Welcome back, everyone. Part 9 of the video. So, just as a quick recap, we've been adding some window details to the secondary hull, and we've actually hard modeled those in to the model itself rather than just adding them as surface details. Next, we want to work on the saucer section, and first off, we're going to work on the rim section here around the edge. Now, I've been thinking about how to do this as efficiently as possible, and I'll show you this method, which I sometimes utilize. If you look at the official schematics here, you can see that the saucer doesn't actually have windows all the way around every single edge. You can see it's about every other sort of surface there, really, and at the front it's got those famous 3 big round windows, which must be massive. Um, we'll do we'll do something similar to that today. Maybe not exactly as it is, but again, it's more important just to show you the principle of how to do these things, and then you can play around with it yourself once you understand the basics. All right. So yeah, I could go around this edge here, and then I can hard model in a little window here, and maybe start copying it around every single one, going around that way, and then physically manipulating it that way. Can take a little bit of time, which is a bit boring. So we will try something a little bit different this time round. What we'll do is we're going to take, I think, there's probably about 30 sides, 30 of these little panels on each side here. So we're going to take maybe try with every 3, I reckon. I'm going to cut that and then paste it on the outside and make that a component. Okay, and we'll come back to that. All right, and then we'll count another 1, 2, 3, leave it blank. 1, 2, 3, delete. Okay, and again, 1, 2, 3, leave it. 1, 2, 3, delete. I think you guys can see what I'm going for here. 2, 3, delete. Oops, a bit too much deleting there. Okay. I think we'll leave that there, actually. That's not too bad. That gives us what we're after. All right, so from here, I'm going to model in some windows. Something like that should be sufficient. Curve some edges out. Yeah, okay, it's a very rough approximation. We'll do 2 in that one. Actually, I'd tell a lie. We'll do 1 in that one. Two in this one. And 1 in that one. And visually, I'm just trying to get them roughly on the same height. Maybe we'll do one. Do it here. We'll do one on the deck below. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to be fancy. Chuck in a circular one at either end. I think that's actually more like the Enterprise A had it, but like I said, principles, not 100% accuracy on this one. We'll do 0.03 on that, just sinking it in, and again, I can just double tap on all these other ones. There we go. Copy that color. Cool. Now, this is a component. I'm going to paste that there. Now, with this one, I'm going to line up the leading corner. I'm going to utilize the rotate tool, and I'm going to press up on the keypad here. That locks it in to the blue axis, which is up and down. And that means then that that little wheel I'm rotating it around is on the blue axis. So I'm just going to lock it into place there. Let's see if I can show off and do it with two of them at the same time. Should work. So we rotate up on the keypad, lock it into place. And yeah, that's worked. Sweet. Boom. There we are. A little bit more accurate, a little bit more efficient than manually going through all of them separately. Okay. One more thing. Actually, these windows at the front here are actually a lot bigger than the standard ones. I'm going to do one there. And then one directly afterwards there. Okay. So I just highlighted one half of that circle there. Now these ones are on a flat surface, so I can just push them in a little bit, no problem. This one intersects two different surfaces, so it's going to require just a little bit more tweaking. Here, that central line there. And then just to make sure they all kind of match up perfectly, I'm going to intersect these faces. That gives me a split line. And then anything on the wrong side of that, I'm going to delete. It is a little bit of a hassle to do, but you know what? If you're only doing it for like the odd little thing, the odd little detail, it's fine. It's not too bad. There we go. My saucer section is missing. Why is my saucer section missing? Alright, something's gone a bit wrong here. Ah. Alright. That'll do. Oof. And my box has somehow managed to capture some weird detail here, which we'll get rid of. Alrighty. Alright. A couple of little random bits there, but managed to get the job done. Windows on the edge are complete. Coolio. Right, there is one other bit of detailing which I haven't even addressed yet, actually, and that is the impulse engines. So before we start adding other details or other textures, let's work on those, shall we? So get rid of that over to one side. We're going to go for a parallel projection again, looking top down. And we're going to make sure that we try and get this fairly accurate. roughly the right depth there. Okay, that looks about right. Let's play around with this a little bit. I'll try and go as quickly as I can so you guys aren't just basically standing there watching me model. There we go. I know that the middle, according to that blue dot there, is about there. And I want to get that roughly lined up in the middle there. Cool. Oops. I'm going to pull that out to the right length. And I also know that it kind of tapers in a little bit to that kind of size there. Just play around with it, see if we can get those edges to match up a little bit more. There we go. Jubbly. Super. And we want a couple of little vents in there that act as our impulse engines. Maybe we'll just do them that kind of distance. Again, some little curved edges there. I'm not rotating them and making them all perfect. I'm just roughly doing them by sight, just for the purpose of this video. You can see they're a bit uneven there. Fine. Let's get rid of those rubbish ones in. Chuck in these ones. All right, that's better. Cool. Copy that. Flip along the red direction. Paste in place. And again, we'll just sink that in. And we're going to just do a little rim there. Just for the edge. That's where the little glowy part comes from. Great. So there's our impulse engine. Just have this weird little tool on the top. Let's just add that first off. Hang on. It's roughly in the middle of the saucer. It goes there. Beautiful. Again, just make sure that it's fully sunk into the model. And I'm just going to play around with its size just a teeny bit. Yeah, looks a little bit better. All right, that's enough tweaking around with it. That's done there. Now I've done a separate box, a separate component box for all of the kind of middle elements, the ones that aren't sort of duplicated on either side. So that's the deflector dish, the impulse drive, the saucer sensor thing at the bottom, and the turbo lift at the top there. Just so they're all nice and cleanly grouped together. Just have a quick peek as to what that looks like on the model. Yeah, nice. Okay. Really starting to come together now. Again, there's loads of different pieces you can add on. The fins. Okay. How should we do these? Okay. Let's work on this part then. So with the fins, because of course every 1960s design has to have fins on it. I'll try and match that a little bit more accurately. And let's get an arch there, and we probably want that about 10 sides. We'll do another one here. Okay. Again, we don't want it too thick. I'd say about there is fine. As you get more experience of these, you'll, especially if you're familiar and you've really studied Star Trek ships, you start to get a feel for stuff, like how thick or thin things should be, what kind of angle they should be. And again, we'll create that curved edge. That'll do that. So a quick look there, not looking too shabby. And again, we only want the surface detail. We don't want all the junk underneath. So if I was to just highlight the surfaces that we can see and cut them, we're left with all, not too much underneath. Actually, that's fine. There's nothing in there at all that isn't needed. So we're good to go. Great. Well, that's nice when stuff's simple for a change. Okay, so we know they're roughly at about 45-degree angles. We'll raise it up like so. Okay, not bad. I actually think yeah, they might be sticking up a little bit too much there. Let's move them in a bit then. Again, just dealing with those discrepancies with the model as best you can. Not too bad. Okay. That's the center point of the whole nacelle. Get the right axis. And then we'll flip that over to the other side. Okay, a couple of little fins on there. We do have these little blocks. How do we do those? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm not doing too much narration here, simply because this is all stuff we've seen before. There's a component. And then we'll simply just rotate them on the underside where they belong. Cool. Okay. Quick look there. Nice. Our little blocky things underneath. We've got our fins. Actually, those fins need a little bit of tweaking. Just to get them at the right angle. That's better. Not bad, not bad. Okay. What next? Sometimes on models you can actually reuse certain little parts, which I'm going to do now actually. I'm going to copy that little dome. Actually, scrub that. I'm not going to make that little dome. I'm going to make a proper dome. Shouldn't take me too long. Again, these are all just little details, just to help get that look right. What I'm working on now are the running lights. You don't have to add all this detail in your model, but I like to. It just helps to get that look a little bit more faithful. What I'll often do in models, which I'm not showing you here, is I'll actually have a separate file saved in Sketchup of just spheres or just half spheres. And then I can just open up maybe 2 instances of Sketchup at the same time. And yeah, copy and paste them as I need them. Taking that one step further, I've actually gone and collected like a whole series of parts that I'll sometimes use, especially for my interiors. I've got like a whole series of like slightly different bridge chairs and consoles and doors. And sometimes I'll just copy and paste them into whatever piece I'm using or creating, or sometimes I'll just use them as a base and then create something slightly different, tweak a few details. I think that goes about there. See if I can get this without rotating it. That'd be nice. Okay. Not too bad. Alrighty. In fact, what I'll do, I'll make these guys a group and copy that. I'll go into my separate component box for all the middle elements, which is this one here. Paste that in place. Come to the center line there, blue axis. Great. I can't remember if there's actually one on the opposite side. Oh, we'll soon see. I don't think there is. There's that weird line thing there from the impulse engine. Let's quickly work on that now. I mean, now we really are getting into the finer details of the ship. Again, I only need about half of this one. Ten sides, smooth that out a little bit. All right, guys, I'm going to sort of start to hurry through this a little bit because I'm aware that the video is dragging on. Okay, just positioning and creating the model there, placing it into the right place. Get that into the right box, the right component box. There we go. There's our detail added. Let's check that out on our main model. All right, there we go. So we've got our saucer rims in there. With our windows, we've got a few little details, including the impulse engines. We've got our fins. And we're generally looking all right. Again, I can go into these parts here and start beveling all the edges. It would make it look slightly better, but just for the sake of this demonstration and for time, I'll leave it where we are today. All right, guys, come and join me in part 10. I'll see if I can make that the last part, actually. 10's a nice round number. And on that one, we'll work on texturing the model itself. And I'll see if I've got enough time. I'll show you about adding the registry and those details as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.